Assalamu alaikum. Hi everyone. How are you doing today? Today's session is about run-on sentences. Actually, we need to learn how to fix the run-on sentence, and we need to write and build up the sentence correctly, professionally, in other words, without any mistakes. Okay, let's start. Firstly, what do we mean by a run-on sentence? A run-on sentence either has too many independent clauses or two independent clauses that are not linked correctly. That's what is meant by a run-on sentence. Okay? So, now let's consider this sentence. He writes the music, he plays the guitar. You can notice that the sentence contains two independent clauses, but both the comma and the coordinating conjunction are missing. That is why this sentence is called a fused sentence. What is meant by a fused sentence? It's a sentence actually punctuated incorrectly, and we need to learn how to fix such an unnecessary mistakes. Okay? So, consider another example. She writes the music, comma, he plays the guitar. You can notice here that the sentence contains two independent clauses, okay? But unfortunately, they are incorrectly punctuated using a comma without a coordinating conjunction. Actually, the coordinating conjunction is missed. And in this case, we call the sentence a comma splice. And again, we need to learn how to avoid such unnecessary mistake. This is our session today. Let's start. At the beginning, we have some strategies for correcting fused sentences. Okay. One, create a compound sentence. Can I create a compound sentence? Okay, consider this example. He writes the music, he played the guitar. We need to fix the sentence, creating a compound sentence. It's very simple, by the way. All what you need is to insert a coordinating conjunction and don't forget to add a comma before it. So the correct sentence will be, she writes the music, comma, and he plays the guitar. So we have an independent clause plus comma plus coordinating conjunction plus another independent clause. Okay, this is the first strategy for fixing the run-on sentence, okay, which is creating a compound sentence. Now let's go for the second strategy. It's the simplest one, actually. You simply can separate the independent clauses with periods and capitalize, creating two simple sentences. So here, all what you need is to separate the two sentences, creating two simple sentences, adding a period in between. It would be like this. He writes the music, period. He played the guitar. But please don't forget to capitalize the H here in word he. I mean, capitalize the first letter in the second sentence. Okay? Now, what is the third strategy? It's by inserting a semicolon. Let's consider this example. He writes the music for Coldplay, semicolon. He plays the guitar for the band. You can note that we have two independent clauses, but there isn't any coordinating conjunctions. Here, all what we need is to insert a semicolon in between the two clauses. And please, please do not use a coordinating conjunction after the semicolon. Clear? Now, strategy number 4. Using the semicolon plus a conjunctive adverb. And this is usually shows the relation between the two sentences, adding meaning. Firstly, let's make it clear. What do we mean by a conjunctive adverb? Have a look over this table. You can note that we have a word like however, and you can also remember that sometimes we can use however as a subordinated conjunction. And according to the table, it could be also used as a conjunctive adverb. The punctuation in the both cases will be totally different. So how can I differentiate between them? How can I decide or punctuate however if it's a conjunctive adverb or a subordinating conjunction? Simply, conjunctive adverbs always connect to independent clauses, while subordinating conjunctions always connect a dependent clause and an independent clause. Okay? Let's consider an example. I turned the left. The GPS told me to turn right. I want to connect these two clauses using a conjunctive adverb. Okay. So as in the example, we can use therefore here. This is the punctuation for the conjunctive adverb by adding a semicolon before and a comma after. Okay, one more example. I went to the store for ice cream today. They were out. Again, I need to insert a conjunctive adverb and punctuate the sentence correctly. It will be, I went to the store for ice cream today. However, they were out. I use however here as a conjunctive adverb that connects two independent clauses. That's why I added a semicolon before and a comma after. Okay? So now let's move on for the last strategy. Link ideas using a subordinate clause or dependent clause, like this. She writes the music for Coldplay. He plays the guitar for the band. I can fix this sentence like this example. While she writes the music for Coldplay, comma, he plays the guitar for that band. While is a subordinating conjunction. Okay? And please, if you start the sentence with a subordinating conjunction or the plus an independent clause, if you start the sentence with a subordinating conjunction plus if you start the sentence with a coordinating conjunction plus a dependent clause, then don't forget to add a comma before the independent clause. So here, don't forget to insert the comma in between the two clauses, please, if you start with a subordinating conjunction. So the strategy is subordinate clause plus comma plus independent clause. Now I'd like to give you a review or summarize the strategies that mentioned before. Okay. You can correct run-ons and comma splices in 5 different ways. Number 1, using a comma plus coordinating conjunction. What do we mean by coordinating conjunction? The fanboys, okay? Number 2, using a semicolon to join two independent clauses. Number 3, using a semicolon plus conjunctive adverb followed by a comma. And number 4, adding a subordinating conjunction at the beginning of the sentence with a comma between the two clauses or between the two independent clauses with no conjunction. And finally, using a period to create two independent clauses. Okay, that is everything for today's lesson. So if you are interested in practicing more on run-on sentences, please click on the link pasted in the comments. Thank you for watching my video. See you soon. Bye-bye.